Going forward, we are going to have a balanced budget where we live within our means. The second big issue that we agreed today is to restructure our debt. We were shocked actually to learn that we have got a mixture of debts where we have got some debts being where we are paying up to 9% interest rate. Others we are paying 0.7%. And you know, these circumstances are very suspicious. How can you have one loan you are paying 9%, even you as an individual, and another loan you are paying 0.7%? It shows that some things which have been happening in that treasury are suspicious and they leave a lot to be desired. Now we have had some few years where the previous treasury regimes have taken us to more of commercial borrowing than multilateral borrowing. So you find institutions like World Bank, the African Development Bank, Kuwait Fund, with money which they are valuing at 1%, maximum 2%. Then somebody leaves that money and opts to go for a commercial loan where we are paying 9%. How can you explain that? And you know, these institutions have been begging, please take my cheap money. So it shows that some people have gotten used to going for those loans with a high interest rate because they have got less conditionalities. People don't want to do the right thing, so people don't want World Bank loans, people don't want ADB loans, people want to go for cheap commercial loans which have got, you know, no conditionality. So we have agreed to work together to taking back our debts to almost 100% concessionality, so that we stop that thing of very high interest repayment. Now if you mix that with the issue of balanced budget and the right estimate for our revenue, zero-based budgeting where we actually ask ourselves whether that expenditure is needed or not, and finally on mopping up all the money that is sitting idle from both ministries and parastatus. Already, as we speak, within a few weeks, the National Treasury has mopped up 87 billion of money sitting with bodies like Communication Authority of Kenya, which is not actually required. That is going towards funding the big four. So we want to encourage, and we have encouraged Cabinet Secretary to continue, because the Public Finance Management Act is very clear that no idle cash should be sitting with ministries or parastatals. Then it is banked in banks, and then the bank come and give it back to us as government in terms of treasury bills and treasury bonds. So I think we are on a very serious reform agenda, a reform path from both Parliament and Treasury. And I want to assure Kenyans that they will start seeing change from all these measures. Our problems have been man-made.
So we are not likely to have a negative bearing as a result of the budget cuts, proposed budget cuts.
Nothing will change, really. Nothing will change. If we focus our expenditure on the right priority areas, Kenyans will, how will you suffer if I don't travel abroad? Because if we do things like travel cuts, advertising, hospitality, the mandazis, the flowers, we have got so much opportunity for budget cuts that we can actually be able to balance our budget. And I think all those measures that I've mentioned, the issue of revenue, the right revenue projections, austerity measures, cutting unnecessary expenditures, mopping up cash that's sitting idle at banks and bringing it, to the national kitty. All these things are, borrowing at concessionary rates and borrowing long term, not short term. During Kibaki's time, the average loan was 10 years. We have dropped that to 4 years. So clearly, somebody was cooking something at Treasury. For reasons only them know better.